the journey of forgiveness. I have Autumn in the building. Autumn.
Yes.
Why your mom? That's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Where it come from? What made your
I
mom?
was supposed to be born in autumn, but I was early. I was born in July.
For
So
real?
my parents just kept the name.
Oh, wow. They gonna get their autumn one way or
yes,
another.
they did.
Oh,
So
my goodness.
here I am.
Right. So, first, thank you for
You're
accepting the
welcome.
invitation.
You're welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
Yes. So, we know you married. What is marriage life is all about?
Woo. Marriage is lovely. Marriage is awesome. It's a lot of work. That's what a lot of people don't understand, men and women. And there's a lot of women out here now. I want to be married. I want a husband, but you just can't want to be married and want a husband. You need to pray and ask God, will this man be my husband? And you have to know how to be a wife. Okay, that's two totally different things. It's a lot of work. It's not easy at all, but it's well worth it.
Okay. So how do you take forgiveness in your marriage?
You forgive. You have to forgive every day. You're gonna have to apologize. You have to forgive. You're gonna have to say I'm sorry, whether it's from you or from him.
Wow.
It's not for the faint of heart at all. You can't walk around mad. You can't walk around and not talk to each other for 1, 2, 3 days, for a week. You have to forgive. You have to say I'm sorry, whether it be from you or him. Sit down and talk about whatever's going on or whatever might have happened to lead you all up to a certain point.
Okay. So forgiveness is like equaling communication.
It is. It has to be communication.
And humbling too, right?
Very, very much so.
Okay. So give us an example where you was like, ooh, but you had to humble yourself and say, you know what? Let me put on my big girl drawers on, come to him, and we're going to sit down and work this out.
Oh my God.
It's so many.
Not too many, but my husband and I, we very rarely do argue. We have little dust ups here and there, so that's the awesome thing, because you have to be friends first, and that's what we're friends before anything. So that's the basis of our relationship. And I might say, just like I told him a couple days ago, babe, when you get home, can you take the clothes out of the washer, put them in the dryer? By the time I get home, oh, I forgot. I'm like, really? Now I have to rewash the clothes because they've been sitting in for how many hours since I've been gone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's more work that I have to do. And if I didn't cook, you still gotta come home. You gotta cook, you gotta clean. And I was a little upset for a minute, and fussing, nah. But at the end of it, I sat and I thought about it. What I did, I went, I apologized, because I know he was tired as well. He goes to work at 3 in the morning. He goes to work at 3 in the morning, so he's tired. So I understand that. So
teamwork makes the dream work in a marriage.
It does. Wow. It has to be teamwork. It has to be. You can't do it all by yourself, because if so, what's the point of getting married?
And a lot of women or men, because I heard a man, he was like, I need to find me a helpmate. And my mom was like, oh, you're just trying to help me just to help you with whatever you want around the house or something, because that's what came to my mind. I didn't say anything to him, but he was like, man, Portia, I need me a helpmate. And I was just listening. I was like, don't say nothing, because this might be a going back and forth situation. But it does, like, teamwork make the dream work in a marriage.
It does.
What attracted you to him?
Oh my gosh. His personality.
What's his personality like?
He's handsome as well. He's very tall.
Oh yeah, he's tall.
He's 6'7", and I'm 5'2", so that tells you. But he has a fun personality. He's very smart. Very smart, very intellectual. That's what drew me in. I like the conversations that we have, because, like I said, our basis was friendship first.
Okay.
We were friends before anything, and we got to talk about everything, as we still do. So that's what drew me in first.
Okay.
And so the fact that he was handsome now.
It does. I'm like, God, I gotta look at this man for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Please,
so
let this be some good eye candy.
You want to be attracted to each other as well.
Yeah. And I can see, so I want to see.
Hello.
I understand that. So, like, in y'all dating process, how was it with, because you was learning each other? Did he trigger you any kind of way?
He didn't. Like I said, it was fun.
Oh, wow.
We were still going out. We were friends. Gosh, our first date. I think we went to a club. We went to go see one of our old coworkers.
Okay.
Her son performed because he was rapping at the time.
Okay.
So we went there. I believe that was our first date. Let him tell you, probably say something else, but that was our first date. And then from then, I believe that was like in August, and from then on, we just kept moving ever since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like when things move organically, I guess I should
Yeah,
say. You know,
it really did.
like you force it, and that's what I'm learning in my dating. Like, once I get triggered and that person don't understand that they triggering me and they so passive, like not concerning, it's like it's time to move on. Like, I don't see even a friendship, because you still got to be around that person, talk, communicate, have fun. If I can't have fun and you making me go raw like DMX or something,
Yeah,
like,
you don't want to do that. You want it to flow.
Yeah.
You want it to be easy. You want to be happy. You know what I'm saying? When you in that relationship, whether it be marriage, dating, or just, you know, friendship period, you don't want to be all the time and back and forth and argue. You know what the heck? I'm too old for that. I don't really know that.
Basically. So what was your prayer like when you was talking to God and now you see your husband? Was it answered, or was like, you know how people say God give you what you need? Did he give you what you need and what you want?
He gave me what I needed, and that's the thing.
Okay.
Sometimes the women pray for, I want this, I want that, I want that. I want this tall guy, brown skin, got a good job, whatever. You might get somebody short, fat, and bald. God will give you what you need.
Okay.
Because I didn't even ask. It's like I knew, and then as I was praying, God actually told me. So I heard my husband's name, and I knew that was my husband before then.
Wow.
And he said the same thing. God actually told him, because he was dating women, and God told him that I was his wife. He went down the list, and God kept saying my name to him. That's what
That's good. I like that. And that's so intriguing that you said it, because for me, when I pray, I be like, Lord, you know, I might miss I'm real when I talk to God. I be like, Lord, you know, like you said, short, fat. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be open, but Heavenly Father, if that's what's going to be what I need, and I'm going to be happy, but please let this person be open to going to the gym. And I'm not trying to be explicit, but I'm just saying, you know, when you married, there you go. When you get married, you know, you are able to have good things that happen in the closed room. And I'm like, Lord, I don't think I want this penguin guy on me, you know, pounces. So I speak to God and I pray, but I am open because I'm like, okay, this person open to work out and stuff like that, because that's what I'm thinking. And I'm also maturing too, because I be like, God, you know, I might miss this if I can't see, you know, see what I really like. And I just pray on that and ask, you know, for forgiveness. I'm like, Lord, please forgive me, but help me be too aware of my wants all the time, and help me understand what I really need to help this person support me, you know, nurture me how I need to be nurtured, because, you know, from women, from dealing with past stuff, you know, it comes.
Sometimes you bring it over to relationships.
And some guys don't deal with that. What they say, we too independent. But we have daddy issues. You know, why you so feisty or sassy and stuff like that. But in my mind, I'm like, if you knew how to calm that down, I know how to be a different person. But if you push it out, it's gonna come out. Yeah.
And that's the thing, like you said, is what you want. Like I said, God gave me what I needed, because a lot of people don't know. My husband is younger than me.
What? What's the age difference?
It's about 8 years.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. No, it's not.
Because I did 15, I think. Okay. I was like, I can't do this. But go ahead.
Yeah. 8 years. You know, some women, especially because I'm 41, and
so you 41, he 32? 33, okay.
When somebody already established and got this and got that, God was like, nope, no. This is who your husband is.
And I'm not gonna reject anything that God want to give me. I'd be like, okay, you said the age difference. Hey, this is what you gonna give me. I'm gonna take this present and you know, mold it how you want to mold it.
There it is.
But I like this. I don't know. From what I'm seeing, like out, you know, when you hanging out, and a lot of older men don't really take care of themselves like that.
And some of them don't. And my husband and I, we have this conversation, and I tell him, I'm like, okay, because I'm the age I am, and sometimes I'll be like, okay, well, this guy, he looks good for his age. He might be a good 45, a good 50 versus, okay, look at them. They look old like they 80, but they, you know, so it goes back and forth. But the same with the women his age. They look older than me. Wow. A lot of them look older than me. But so just imagine when
yeah, he's mature. I see his, you know, I don't talk to him, but I've seen him from a distance and observe him. Like, you wouldn't even think he was young.
You wouldn't. He's very quietly, you know,
chill.
back, just chill.
He looked like that for, when I saw him, I was like, he did a cut, but then somebody come up to you in my mind. I be playing stuff in my mind. I'm like, that man probably be there so fast. We be like, where did you come from? I see him like he let you do you be moving, but he just be like, yeah.
He's right here. It's like you said, where you come from?
I was like, wow, that's beautiful. I was like, that's a beautiful union they have. Like, I'm an observer. Okay. Anywhere I go, I just observe people and just be like watching. I'm like, okay, I like this. I might can see if I could, you know, be friends. You know, before you talk to someone, I gotta watch. And that's me, because I've been, I guess you say, hurt in friendships and stuff like that. And it's like, now you be aware instead of jumping in.
Right, you're very cautious.
Yeah.
Let me sit back and watch.
Yeah. Because even like with marriage, you had to watch him, observe him, how he is at work.
Because it's funny. Because first I was like, I don't know. He don't talk to nobody. You know, by himself, he don't do nothing.
Oh, wow.
But as the tables turned and we started to work together, because he would be my partner, you know, for a week or two or whatever, and we would sit there and talk, and things just started to open up, so everything just transpired. Over time.
Was this after your prayer?
This was probably during toward the after my prayer. So it was actually before my prayer. And we would work together every day, a week or two straight. They would always stick us together. So we got to talk more, just be he and I, you know, open up and talk about family and school and friends and things like that. So that's how the bond started, and that's how it grew.
Wow, and you get to see how he really was.
Mm-hmm.
Other than like the our work face.
Right.
That's what they call it, right? Our work face. Wow. Woo! Like, marriage, like you said, you have to do a lot of work. For someone who's not married like me, that word could be intimidating a little bit, you know? So what is the work in a marriage?
Don't let it intimidate you. Just like the word submission intimidates or submit a lot of women. Don't let it intimidate you. Like you say, you work together. You know, we have a schedule sometimes. All right, what are you doing this week? What are we doing this week? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's do this day. We have the kids. Let's try to do something with them this day. So it's just a lot of work. You work with your schedules. Work with the children. Okay. And just, you know, by that, work with the chores if you need to. For the most part, I have my husband spoiled, so he doesn't have to do anything.
Oh, that's good.
I wash clothes, I cook for him.
Okay, don't time out. We don't want no guy.
We
don't want no men looking like, oh, babe, you hear what she just said? You hear what she just said, babe? Look, listen, babe.
It's so funny you said that. We went out maybe last week or maybe 2 weeks ago or so, and I was telling the guy in the store, because my husband was getting a hat and my son, and he told the young lady, well, actually told the guy I work in the store, the manager, because these young girls, they don't do all that now. I told him, I said, my husband's spoiled, he doesn't have to do anything. I asked him to do a few things. Every so often I might ask him to do something, and he will do it. It might be on his time, but he'll get it done. Okay. Yeah. But he does do things.
I hear a lot of people talk about that, but some men have to understand, women don't mind if you come correct. So obviously he doing something correct for you to say, babe, I know you got this 3 a.m. schedule to whatever time he gets home, you know, and you already dealing with whatever you deal with. Let me make it easy when you come home. So when you come home, it's not work. Right. You know, it's more like, excuse me, what time I get home? I'm ready to go home to my baby, you know. Wow.
That's not wrong. Whatever I cook is already in the refrigerator because I might not be there.
Okay.
He'll take it out, heat it up, or he'll go pick up the kids if he can. If not, I'll go get them. You know, and I come in, all right, babe, can you get the kids? Put them in the bag. I'll get dinner ready. So like I said, it's just this communication and working together.
That's good. That's what it is. Makes marriage more, because everybody has their I guess opinions or their views on marriage. And people, they say you have this outlook, this is how I want my marriage to be, but is that ideal? I don't think there's
It's
really
not, because
okay.
how, that's what, but listen, it's how you want your marriage to be. God might not want your marriage to be that way. Like we said before, God's going to give you what you need, not necessarily what you want. Because what you want might not be a good thing. Just like because you like a person, they might not like you.
That's true.
You know? So he's going to give you what you need, and he's going to make sure that person meshes with you. He's going to make sure, you all be able to play off each other.
Yeah.
And whatever he's missing, I have it. Whatever I'm missing, he has it. So
that's good. That's good. I love it. Hopefully, I'll be blessed. Not to call you and be like Autumn. Girl. We having our first argument, and this is a trigger for me. Because, certain things you don't know is in you until something bring it out of you, It
has to come out. You gotta purge it out. And I always ask God, whatever's still in me that does not supposed to be there, bring it out. And sometimes he might, he might just do that. Did
y'all do therapy?
We did. We always joke with our apostle
Okay.
D. Elaine Rainey, Tyrus of the End Times Ministry. We always joke with her, like, Apostle, you only did therapy with us for like 2 days. We ain't need therapy. I think it's always a joke. I think we had maybe a week or so. We did the marriage counseling and marriage therapy. That was the only therapy. We did it with her. She's awesome. She also told us, like, you good, we got everything. Yeah. Because another thing is you want to make sure your values are the same.
Yeah, that's good.
So we were in church. I actually brought him to church with me. I said, this man probably think I'm crazy. I'm just speaking in tongues and praising and everything. But he feeling right in line.
Wow.
He feeling right in line. And that's another awesome thing. So we were able to go to church. We were dating, but still going to church. Our apostle married us, and like everything just values the same, everything. So.
That's beautiful. And he never had children?
Never had children before. And he nor I. So.
He was a unicorn. You was a unicorn. Because a lot of these young guys already had children.
Men and women.
Yeah,
men and women. Yeah, they have kids. So it's all a blended family.
Yeah.
That's what it is now, blended families. Yeah, but no blended family. I'm first for he and I. Yeah. But it's not bad though. Yeah. Blended families, yeah. They're not bad.
That's crazy. What about work? How do you illustrate forgiveness in your place of work?
The previous job, whew, I'm like, look, I need to get out of here because that's a whole other topic. But now, talk to the person because it's only where I'm working now. It's only 4 of us, so we talk to everyone. We talk to each other. It's an awesome team. And if someone messes up, or if someone does something that we don't like, we'll just pull them to the side. Hey, I didn't like this, or can you show me how to do this, or let's figure out a way to work together. Okay. So, that's the main thing. What
I'm hearing is forgiveness is communication to you.
You have to. That's my main thing. Communicate.
Oh yeah.
Because you can't. Don't sit there and just be. And some of us women are famous for that. What's wrong with you? Nothing. You're right. Yeah. And that's what it is.
You be like, girl, really?
Right. Just like my husband, like, I know there's something wrong with you. Just go ahead. And he know I might not be able to or want to talk about it at that time, but eventually we will. Okay. So, but that's the big thing for me. You have to communicate. You have to talk. Open your mouth and speak. Because nobody will know. Okay. Nobody will know. I tell my husband that all the time. So now he's getting better at speaking up and talking about what he wants.
Okay. And because he's reserved, like
he is. He's just chilled and laid back in. I'm like, no, you better open your mouth, say something, especially at work. Say something. Okay, so he's getting better at it.
Okay, that's good, and that's good that you he humbles himself and allow you to guide him in areas that need to be worked on too. Because some guys are stubborn. Like, I got it. You don't need to tell me. You looking like I'm not trying to harm you. I'm communicating you, helping you in some area. I see. If I love you that much, allow me to help you grow. And some people think the significant other or wife or their girlfriend is coming at you in a defense, but you're looking like I love you and I see an area that you need to work on, and like putting it on the forefront.
Yeah, let me help
Yeah.
you. And sometimes a lot of us, especially men and women, let me help you. Some of us don't want that help. You know, like you said, help me. The guy was saying he wants to help me. But if you want to help me, you have to let us help you.
Yeah. I don't think he probably like, you doing it wrong. Look, this is how I want to do it. You be like, I'm supposed to be helping you so I can do it the way I want to do it. If you want to cook these greens, well, you cook them the way you want to cook them. If you ask me to cook these greens, but you making the chicken. Now you coming over here talking about I'm using the wrong seasoning.
Right.
It's like, yeah, oh man, it's just friendship, marriage, learning people coming together. I like how it's communication, boundaries, giving people boundaries. Like boundaries, this is what what I've like or don't like, you know, because I will like remove you out of my life fast in a hurry. I don't, because I'm feeling if you don't keep peace, if you don't bring peace in my life, there's no need. That's my trigger. Like, oh, they're not bringing peace. This is not right.
Yeah, that's understandable. Like I said, I'm at the age now. I'm not doing the drama. I don't want it. Like you said, peace.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is right now. Peace. Oh gosh, and just really a peace of mind.
Yeah.
Basically, a peace of mind. And I don't want to have to all the time to go back and forth with you. No.
For me, that's my forgiveness, meaning peace. Like at work, like I deal with a lot of stuff at work. And one lady came to me, she was like, Portia, are you okay? I was like, I'm fine. Because I couldn't, if I would communicate with her and say, you know what, we need to go in this back room, she wouldn't handle it. Okay. Because the type of person she is, she tried to be authoritative. And you're not in a position, play your position, and allow me to do my job. So a scenario is like at this present time, I work for a transit company. My end time is at 2:30, but I came back and clocked out at 1:50. So I was giving her my paperwork and she was like, she stamped it and everything. Then she looked. So I already prayed before I walked because I had a feeling. I was like, Lord, you already know. I heard her name in the yard. It was like, hey, such and such is at the front desk. I already told her. I was like, oh God, please do not let this lady bother me because you already know how she is. She comes, she stamped my paperwork. And then she looked at me. She was like, Portia, didn't I see you early? I have to get up at 3:20 and I have to be at work for my route at 4:25 a.m. And that's a Monday. Mondays I get off at 2:30. So I said, yes, you saw me this morning. I'm getting heat up. Well, why you back? I said, because it's time for me to get off. So she gets the paper and I immediately said, good night. And I walked out the door. I said, because God, you already know I'm going to disrespect her. Ooh. You already know I'm going to pop off. And they not, because I'm in a place where I'm like, God, I know you're doing some things, but this job right here, I gotta go ASAP, fast. Like the supervisors, I'm just gonna say, they come from the bottom and they move their way up. Okay, I'm good with that.
He's getting at a body because he's getting ready for that.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. But I just feel like these people need to mind their business because I'm already dealing with stress when I'm out in the community, picking people up, taking them to their dialysis. People cutting me off, don't want to let, I'm dealing with that. So it's like when you come back to your base and you dealing with a coworker, it's like, for real, you might want to just mind your business. You don't know what I dealt with out in these streets. I just want to go home and sleep or pray, read my Bible, go walking, because now I have to start walking because the elevation of that is like, it's so high. And I'm not even mad at it because it teaches me to understand people. Like, Portia, they're not in a place of healing yet. So I have to say, all right, God, I do forgive them, but now you got to let this not affect me.
You have to, then it's your turn to let it go.
Yeah.
Like my apostle said, they're tools.
Yeah.
They're tools for you.
Like, I just be at work. And everybody know when I come to work, I just get my paperwork and I go. I'm about work. I ain't about no girl, like, what you did last night? Oh, no. I'm not about that. I'm like, oh, thank you for my paperwork. I go. People say, oh, hey, good morning. I'm like, oh, good morning. Be safe. That's our thing. Be safe out there. Be safe out there. So I'll say that. And then, you know, I'm going about my business, but it's just like a lot is going on, which I really can't speak about. It's just those supervisors and the head people, they just say, what is it called? Crab in a barrel and a snake in the grass. And you have to be careful because, like, I'm gonna just say this. Somebody told me, I guess they getting raises or they doing something. Now they trying to cut people down so they don't have to dish that money out. So it's easy to find something to fire you before they give you what you supposed to have. Yeah.
But don't do that. What they say, the last shall be first and the first shall be last. So go ahead.
You know,
I don't know. You trying to fire me, but you might be the one getting fired. You might be the one getting fired.
And they don't understand. And that's why I was like, God, you gotta keep my mouth, because one day I was at work and this lady came. I was picking this lady up. I think I picked her up like maybe 5 minutes before her window. And this gonna be a good talk because this is church. I picked her up to take her to church. You know, this lady came out. Why you late? Why you late? So I'm leaning on a wall in my phone and I looked up and I just immediately said, God, you better hold my mouth. Because I almost slipped up and said, because I looked at her too. I was like, she had on the white. So that means she an usher, right? So I looked, I was like, oh, I'm taking her to church. And all this going on in my head. And she looking at me because now I got a mask on. All she see me looking at her. And I'm just like, you know, like sometimes when I look at people, I tilt my head like, I'm like, oh wow, I'm taking her to church.
Wow.
Yeah. Rude and everything. So I called my homegirl. I said, girl, this is what I go through at my job. And I said, I asked God to hold my tongue because I almost put my mask down and said, I am so glad I'm taking the devil to church right now. And that's my thing, is like holding my mouth, holding my tongue, because I can't, what is it called, fight fire with fire. You know, I have to show, even though I'm taking her to church, she's supposed to be showing the love of God. Right. She ain't come out like, oh, hi, thank you. She wasn't
acting crazy. Why you late? You supposed to be here. Like, oh, okay. Help me, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say sometimes. Please, God, help me.
Have you ever experienced anything like going to the grocery store, parking your car, like what experience you had where you like, you know what, God, hold my tongue so I don't have to be running home talking about, Lord, please forgive me and get me out of jail.
Yeah, and this was just yesterday. I'm at the store and I'm waiting in line, and I'm looking at the lady in front of me. I'm like, what are you doing? Your son walking back and forth in the bag. You sitting there trying, no, I want this and move that, and I gotta do 2 separate transactions. I'm like, why did you have this stuff ready? You put it up to the register. So long line, everybody's trying to wait, and I'm looking at you like, really, lady?
Wow.
And then hold on, so she walks back and she moves and gets something else, and I'm like, really?
Get somewhere?
Really, in the store? Oh, shut up, really? And we standing there, and there's only one person at the register at this point.
What? It's like,
come on. And I'm like, let me not say nothing, because I'm like, excuse me, are you finished yet? So I'm like, let me just stay here.
Be patient. And that's part of the fruits. And that's part of the fruits of the Spirit. It's so funny how building your relationship with God helps us to control, even though inside is doing something like,
She's like, oh, Jesus, this was about 10 years ago. Yes.
I would have went because I love you.
Let me just keep my mouth shut. Let me sit here and not say nothing. And in my head, I'm like, all right, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, what time is it? Okay, thank you, Jesus. I'm like, all right, okay. Is this day almost over? Thank you, Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And I love it because we experience certain things where we can see people, see them. And because I guess I'm a transit driver, a lot of people, not a lot, but I have encountered people who look down.
Mm-hmm.
Like one lady, I guess I had a nice ride, so when her daughter come out, she was like, oh, this is my daughter. Girl looked at me, no, I'm my granddaughter. Kept walking. I was like, you not have to be like that, baby girl. But in my mind, I'm just like, don't let this uniform fool you, you know what I'm saying? But I just be laughing how people look down on I guess other.
Right, and you should not do. My husband and I just had this conversation. Like, don't look down on people. Don't treat people bad. You don't know why they're in that position.
Yeah.
You don't know what happened to them to put them in that position. You're supposed to be nice to everybody. Because you don't know who you're entertaining.
And it says that.
All the time. My mom used to tell me that all the time. Be nice to everyone, be kind to everyone, speak to everyone. Because you never know who you're entertaining at all. It can be an angel unaware, like you never know.
And that could have been your blessing too.
Yep. And some people nowadays, oh my gosh, I'm not from here, so when I moved here, I'm like, oh gosh, these people rude, they nasty. I'm like, they all the time. I'm like, oh, I'm not used to this. I'm used to when I've been here.
So how is it in Michigan?
I'm used to people speaking to everybody.
Okay.
Hey, how are you? You know, speaking to your neighbors and things like that. Here it's just like, okay, let me hurry up in the house. I'm not talking to you. And let me brush past like I'm used to walking in the store. Hey, how are you?
Wow. Not here. They so self-absorbed. And
they are self-absorbed and I do this and I got that and do this and you know
who I am.
It's about who I am, what I know, what I got, who I know, where I've been, da da da. Like it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Because really, when you close your eyes and you don't wake up, when it's time to go, you either go to heaven or hell. So.
And I'm not trying to be who it was Lazarus when he asked who was the person. What's his name, Lazarus? No, it wasn't Lazarus. Who was the guy who was so rich, but the homeless guy went to heaven?
Oh my gosh.
The rich man went to hell. And he said, well, at least ask him, put a little water on the tongue or something. And I'm not trying to be that person at all. I don't want to look down on anyone. I prayed him. I said, because I experienced a lot, I asked God, and I sometimes be crying, like, don't let my heart get harder. And I understand how some people can react in a negative way because their heart is harder.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
they dealt with so much.
Yeah.
And, you know, they don't want to go through it anymore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's like, go to therapy. You know what I'm saying? If you feeling these feelings of abuse or what you was about to say?
But you know, us as black people, I can go to therapy. That's our first time. What I need therapy?
Well, go to church. You always go to church.
Look, some of them, I ain't going to church either. Church folks, I ain't
oh yeah, right.
Church. And I see how y'all be cussing and doing this and that. You know,
it's always everybody got a level in their life that they got to work on. They don't see that. Because you might come up against me, and that might have been my first day giving my life to Christ. What you expect you gonna get? You still gonna get the old portion. But as I grow with my relationship with God, I start calming down a little bit. Like, don't be snapping all like, you know?
Yes. For sure.
You know, and people have to understand that. Like, that's why I love how God said grace. Grace. And that's all it is really about, walking on this world, like giving grace. Like, ooh, you know, because I'm driving all the time. Mm-hmm. People be like, you be like, ooh, can you just let that person go?
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And every morning I expect I have to go all the way down to Oxford, come all the way back out this way. So cars, zoom, 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 zoom. And I'm like, it's not that serious.
It's not.
Now, really.
And I've seen a lot of accidents.
And I'm on the dog, I'm praying, I'm like, Lord, please let them get to wherever they're going. And me and my kids too safely. It's crazy.
It's they impatient. Or like, I don't know. I don't understand.
Well, it's just like they go.
Yeah, like slow down. Like if you really need to be somewhere quick, leave enough time to give you that time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then gas is too high. Why you race it? And then get them germ cars. Like, no, you know, you just spent $20 just to go right here, right here.
They drive so fast, they would get on the side of the road and drive.
Yeah, I've seen that. And I'm like, that's dangerous.
It is.
Because you don't know what's on the side, and then your car boop boop and you all in the air.
That's it. But then you end up hurting somebody else, God forbid. You know. So, let's see.
I've seen it on, and then DC. Oh, that's crazy. DC. I'm at DC a lot. I'm like, Lord, just cover me. Cover me. And it was so funny. This guy, I guess men, I get triggered by certain type of men. And he was like rushing me, and I had a tone. I said, sir, I'm doing my job. If you have a complaint, you call those people. Girl, he called the people, made up a whole big story lie. Then he called homies and them to come meet him at the the destination I was dropping them off, so I'm driving and praying like, Lord, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. If they meet me there, you gonna handle it. Keep me in check. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, just because like I drive and I post, a service, I don't mind doing service. But what you're not gonna do is like, yeah. And I'm a woman. I could be your daughter, your aunt, your little sister, anything. They don't care basically. Yeah, and I'm just like driving, and I got in trouble at work. They was like, Portia, why you didn't pull over? Because that was a safety matter. I was like, yeah, but we had somebody else on the van. I was trying to get them to their destination. And I told them, I said, honestly, I prayed. If it would have happened, nothing would have really happened. You get what I'm saying? But just, it's just the sometimes you just want to give up. Like, God, I'm ready to come to heaven. Sometimes it's so overwhelming for me where I pray like, God, this is a lot. But it's not a lot compared to Jesus, but it's a lot for me.
It's a lot for us
yeah.
in the flesh, in the human form, but it is not. It's a lot for us when you look at it like, that little thing. Okay.
Yeah. Like you
keep on.
You say, pray without ceasing, continue to pray. And that's why I talk a lot like, God, keep my mind together. Like you get frustrated.
You do, but you gotta have that relationship. You gotta keep asking, you gotta keep praying. Like, Lord Jesus, please help me. I don't know what I'm doing. Just help me.
Yeah.
Help me with this, help me with that. That's all you can do.
And I want to get back to your marriage because I know, and I want to ask because I know some people, like in my intern doing therapy, some people don't know how to deal with that. When they leave the household, leave their wife, deal with all that chaos, and then come back home and bring it
home with them. Sometimes it's like that my husband and I, when we were working together, I'm like, all right, you leave work, we leave it there, we're not bringing it home.
Wow.
Sometimes we might be like, oh, okay, stop, nope, we're not bringing it home.
Okay.
And even now, when he working, and he'd be like, such and such did this, blah, blah, blah. I let him be for a minute and be like, nope, remember what we said?
Okay.
We're not bringing it home. When we leave work, that's why I love my boss now. When we leave work, he said, don't take this stuff home. When we leave work,
Amen.
leave it there.
Yeah.
Leave it there. Because you got to pray to God, you get up and open your eyes another day.
Yeah.
Pick it back up if you need to tomorrow, but leave it there. Don't bring it home.
That's good.
Home's supposed to be just sanctuary. Don't bring it home.
Yeah. And that's good that you're self-aware too, where you like, I let them vent, and then I say, okay, babe, that's enough. Let it there.
Mm-hmm.
Let it stay over there wherever you work at. That's good.
And that's another thing, you're like, okay, well, I apologize. So that's another thing about, the communication and the forgiving and everything. So,
yeah. Because, is life, I hate to say life is tough. Life just have some, curveballs or something.
And stuff just, it comes at you.
Yeah, because you're a mom. You're a mom, wife, a daughter.
Wife, a daughter.
Yeah, siblings.
Sister, yeah. Sister, aunt.
Then you work.
A cousin, I work.
So,
as they say, the women do a lot. We wear a lot of hats.
We do. Let them know. We would do these men silent. I'm just joking. Do people appreciate, the stuff that women
go through?
Yeah.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Some people do, some people don't.
Because you have to be a therapist in your household. Because you just told them, hey, I let you vent. I let you get it off your chest. All right, that's enough. Now it's us time. Mm-hmm. Don't spend the whole time you come home about work.
Fussing about work. And he doesn't. He's very good about that. And so am I. Once we're done, all right, that's it. Okay. So what we doing today? What we eating? Let's do this with the kids.
That's
so
good.
Do our family time.
I noticed that a lot of people, what advice would you give them too? But you probably already gave them to y'all set a plan for your household. Exactly. But some people, they keep their work phone on.
Yeah, cut it off. Yeah, work phone. Cut it off. Some people don't. These are just the things that work in my home, in my household. Everybody's different.
Sure.
But put the phones down. Spend time with our kids. Spend time with each other. Sometimes it's hard. The kids might get in the way. We might be tired, but even if it's 5 or 10 minutes sometimes, or your week might be busy or overwhelmed you, but just to make sure you set time for each other. First, you got to set time with God, because He's always going to be number one.
Yeah.
He has to be the head first before your husband, wife, kids, your parents, anybody. The job.
Career.
He's number one in everything. Talk to him first, and then everything else will fall in line.
It's, to me, what I'm hearing is sacrifice.
It is a big sacrifice.
Yeah, sacrifice.
A lot of work.
I
Sacrifice.
love that word. A lot of
It
work.
is a lot of work. I tell anybody, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. Like I said, people, oh, I want to be married. You look at this stuff on Instagram, having $100,000 wins or whatever. Oh, look all nice. Okay, what happens after the I do's and no more pretty pictures of wedding?
Basically, some come
It's
home.
the real
God
deal.
forbid, yeah, anything, health issues, financial issues, stress at work, stress with the kids. How y'all gonna balance
How you
that?
gonna deal with it? Right.
Yeah.
There's no pretty pictures. It's real life. Real world.
This ain't no. It's reality.
Yeah.
Not reality TV.
No.
Reality.
No. It's reality. So basically, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna handle the situation? Wow.
Yeah. Do you think with dating and marriage? Okay, what's your definition of dating? Because my definition, I don't know.
So dating, it was a little different with my husband and I, but dating, you want to go out, have fun. Okay, dating is so different now. So you know what?
Okay.
So
I'm single, you married. Okay.
Yeah, I'm married, you single, but
yeah.
Even
So
before marriage,
okay,
I was dating.
Was it one person at a time, or was it multiple people?
For me, it could be one person or maybe two people.
Okay.
So like, you know what? The heck with all y'all. You know, bye.
Okay. And then you
find
found somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's different now. Gosh, that make you think. Because now, really, do they even date, or is it all through text or online? You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, oh my God.
That's crazy.
It is. It has changed. It's changed a lot.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I'm hearing what you're saying, how you build this in your marriage. Should people take that into their dating life too? Or should they wait until a guy literally say, I want you?
Taking into their relationship as far as what?
The sacrifice, the patience, the communication. Should someone do that with someone dating, or should they do it when a guy say, look, I just want you, I want us just to be together, not you dating me or someone else, and vice versa. The women, you know, they come together, it's like, look, we want to be exclusive.
Him telling you, but he still has to show you, because he can tell you all day long.
That's true.
And not show you anything, but once you all know you're at that point,
Okay.
or you know you're going to get married, then really it should be talking about beforehand.
Okay.
You know, about the sacrifice and everything, and what you want to do, and things like that, and how you see it. Then you all come together and work out a plan. But I don't do it while you're dating, because you could be dating for a year and break up, and for 2 months and break. You know,
yeah.
So, like I said, dating is just so different now.
Yeah, it's.
Thank God I'm married.
I guess
know
what
how to date. It's just I
don't know. I just try to be me. You know, hopefully they like what they see. I don't try to put on no mask or anything. This is me. Sometimes if I'm tired, I'm gonna say some crazy stuff. Like, oh man, I ain't need to say. My sentences did not come together. Like, excuse me. And I don't want nobody or the person I'm dating or men that I'm dating look at me like, what the heck? Like, no, I'm seriously, I have a brain freeze right now, and I'm tired, and I just can't think. You know.
And see, that's where, not because you off, but that foundation comes from, is being friends first. And that's what I love about my husband. It's like I said, we were friends first. Good. And that's the main thing. So you can really be yourself and let loose, and everything else just fall into play.
And don't have to be made up all the time.
I have those. Because I mean, you see my uniform, I come in, hat on, whatever, you know, so.
How do, you know, the little ones, how do you orchestrate their relationship?
Oh my gosh. My sister, my brother, they wake up in the morning. Hi, Mommy. Where's brother? My son wakes up. Hi, Mommy. Good morning. Where's sister? My brother, my sister. Oh, they like this all all day,
That's
every day.
good.
Sometimes they do like this space.
Okay.
Because my daughters get on her brother, be like, get away from me. And he, he wants a little space, but they're like two peas in a pod. They love each other. And they're stuck at the hip all day, every day.
Wow. So do you feel mommy and daddy are showing a good example, and that's how they communicate?
And you have to, you have to show love in a relationship. You have to show love to each other as well as your children, because they'll pick up on that. And that'll help them. Even though they're small, they see that. So they see what a healthy relationship is supposed to be like, and they see what love is supposed to be like in a home. And they're not in a home where, you're always fighting. And one thing is, if we do have a dust up our argument, we don't do it in front of the kids. We always take it to another room.
Oh, that's good. But do y'all stay mellow, the tone?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good.
You don't hear it. No.
Even if y'all in another room, they like, they all here thinking they just.
Yeah, they go somewhere else. But yeah.
Do y'all show affection in front of the children?
We do.
Oh,
that's good to do.
Okay.
Show affection, so they'll know as they get older what a healthy relationship is.
Okay.
And what you're supposed to do when you get married. And when you're in a good relationship. So.
This popped in my head because I never talked about this. Did you, growing up, we had our ups and downs and certain stuff. Did you ever have to ask, like, God, please forgive me in my finances? Like, I know I should not have done that. Okay.
Yeah. I ask God for forgiveness all the time. If somebody do I'm supposed to, Lord, forgive me. Forgive me for finances. Forgive me with this. Forgive me with that. Forgive me what I said. So, yeah. Always.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. Because, like, to me, I don't care. Like, I'm so transparent. Like, I ain't trying to be crazy, but like, I like, Lord, I'm a woman, right? And I got needs. So I said, I'm very transparent. I'm just telling you how transparent I'm with God. But I had one day it hit me because I was like, what's going on? I felt something like going on in me. And I said, you know what, God? I had to forgive myself. And I was like, thank you for letting me thank you for acknowledging that I had to forgive myself, because I was moving forward of forgiving other people, how, what they did to me and how it altered my life. And then I was like, girl, you altered your own life too. Like, you did some wild stuff to yourself and, crazy. And I was like, that, and I felt so much better. Is there anything in your life experience where you was like, you know what? First of all, thank you for saving me and keeping me. And also, thank you for, allowing me to, forgive myself. I got to let go of that.
You do. You have to let go. You got to forgive yourself. You have to forgive others, even if you don't physically forgive them, and say, okay, well, such and such, I forgive you for doing X, Y, and Z. Take it to God. God will help you with any and all things. Take it to God. Forgive the people, the person, and forgive yourself. Yeah. You have to, and for you to move on instead of enabling you. Once you forgive, ask God for forgiveness and for His help, you feel a whole lot better.
Basically.
You feel a whole lot better.
And it helps you to learn how to forgive others, not saying quickly, but if other people in this world will start doing that, we wouldn't be so quick to punch somebody in the face, or like you go. Oh, hold on, I gotta tell you something funny, but it do relate to this. So I was at work and I had to pull over, go to use the restroom. So I saw this lady. I was like, Lord, this lady off the hook. She got a bag right here trying to hold some stuff. She was coming out the grocery store. So I said, ma'am, let me help you, right? Soon as I grabbed her, she was like, this the heavy bag. I said, really? You gonna give me the heavy bag? I don't think so. She started laughing. I said, it's like, I'm just playing. Give me the heavy bag. Once I grabbed the bag, she gonna say, girl, wow, I was in the grocery store. The lady gonna accuse me of stealing. I was like, wow, for real? In my mind, like, why people be so free to talk to me, right? So I'm like, look, I'm entertaining. Okay, what happened?
Sometimes it just needs somebody to talk to.
So I was like, okay, what happened? She was like, yeah, I accidentally did this, but she think I was stealing. I was like, wow, she could have just asked you first before she assumed. Right? Girl, I get to her trunk, she opened her trunk. This lady had a big old baseball bat. I said, I'm glad you ain't walking that grocery store with that baseball bat, because you would have hit that lady with the baseball bat. She was like, yeah, me too. I would have hit her with the
my God.
bat. But people don't understand how quick, say if she did have that baseball bat, she would have quick to hit her in her face. Like, how you gonna say I'm lying instead of saying, you know, hold up, like you do communication. Why would you think I was stealing? I apologize. Maybe I didn't ring it right or something like that. But you know, just because you see a lot of people stealing don't mean this person is stealing. You know. But that lady, she touched me so well. I was like, I'm glad I was happy to help her because you know I be having a bad day sometimes, and she made me laugh. I was like, this lady is too funny, you know. But I didn't let her know. I was like, girl, in my mind, like you put a smile on my face. She was so funny. Oh yeah, she was so funny. Oh man. Oh, how have you ever experienced anything like just you thinking you helping someone and they end up helping
you in return?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I haven't had one of those in a long time at all. Because I'm just getting back physically out in the work field because I was working at home at one point in time. So I have to think about a while back.
Well, let's talk about that though. How was it? You transitioned from
back into the work field. It's good to be out. So, you know, you get out, you get to meet different people now. I get to meet different people now. So have different conversations with them. So that's good as well. Yes. You got in the work field.
Wow. So now do you feel like you getting back to autumn? Like you still mom, but you getting a little bit
more back to me. Yeah. We working at home, then you had the kids. I'm working, but you still mom. Yeah. I need this and I need that. Blah blah blah. So yeah. So now I get a little bit of a break. So,
okay.
You know.
How old are they?
Yeah, 3 and 4.
Okay. They got me young. Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
That's 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Busy.
Yeah. Yes. And then it dawned on me because I'm thinking like, wow, you work at home, 3 and 4. So they was what, 1 and 2.
Yeah. They were. I was working. When I had them, I was still physically going out to work. Okay. So then once I had my daughter, I transitioned and I stayed home and I worked. So my son was like 2.
Okay.
Yeah, 2. She was, going into 2. And I just had her, but then she was going to 2 years, so about 1 and 2.
Okay.
And then until in the 3 and 4. So now I'm back out there. So.
Okay. Yeah. So how is it as a mom? Like you said, the kids, mom, what? How, you know, as a mom, it's natural just to have a mom, but sometimes you like these little kids. How do you forgive your children?
I need a break. You know, mommy needs a break.
Oh wow! And they understand
y'all working it, yeah. Oh, but mommy needs a break.
Oh, that is
good. Okay, no, mommy, no, baby, can't go, mommy go out, mommy come back.
Oh,
by myself, can I go?
That's good.
But they understand. Yeah. They're babies, but they still understand because they're very smart.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Like, I don't have no children, so I don't know what to expect. Like,
I didn't either, but you know, once you have them, it's like, okay, they're here.
For real.
They're here. Thank God my mom came and stayed with me with both kids for like a month. Okay. When I first had them. So she was a big help. Both my parents came and my dad left. Okay. My mom stayed, but you know. Daddy's not gonna stay all the time. Yeah. My mom stayed, they were a big help.
Was the anxiety high?
You know, I didn't have so much anxiety. Okay. No, since I had my kids later in life, it wasn't anxiety. The pregnancies were kind of hard. They were okay, but toward the end, they were getting kind of hard. But yeah, no anxiety. No. That's good. So once you have, it's like, okay, they're here. Wow. Okay.
I was like, I might have to go read some books and stuff and get some. Well, I got you, and I got some other people, so I said I definitely go call them. But that was one thing I had to do too, forgive myself, because I think I was 18 and I didn't have got pregnant, didn't have it. So I have to tell myself, don't allow that to get you down, because now I'm at a certain age.
And I know a lot of women that have gone through that same, situation, and like, don't let it get you down. Yeah. You know, and sometimes I think about that. What if I would have done X, Y, and Z, and if I would have had my baby? I'm like, what if coulda, shoulda? Yeah. Take it to God, pray about it. You know, things happen for a reason. Yeah. But don't let that get you down. Like you said, you have to forgive yourself. Yeah. Or you have to forgive yourself.
It was like, dang, you start counting like, oh, she been 20 something. You know, I'm going to family members' graduation and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, my baby would have been
Mhm.
graduating from college.
Yeah.
And, she'd probably, it was just like, you know what, Portia, get it together. That was a mistake. You forgiven. God forgiving you.
Mhm.
You forgive yourself. And you will have, the life, that you prayed for and stuff like that. But it can be overwhelming. Like, wow, you see your friends with their babies and you just like, ooh, wow. In the back of your head, not in a jealous way. It was like, dang, how would I have
Have
been?
done if you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I would have had kids earlier, it wouldn't have been,
So you do that? So you said, okay.
Dang, I would have had my kids earlier, but everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
You don't know the timing, but God knows.
Yeah.
And it happens right when it's supposed to, when He wants to.
It's no rush. It's like, let me learn me.
And I'm glad I didn't have them earlier because I was out dipping and doing it, before I was in God doing what I wanted. So now it's like the people that had kids earlier, it's like role reversal because they need to go out and do what they wanted to do. Try to do this and do that.
And they feel like
they're missing something. Now they're doing it what I've already done. Now I'm married with kids. So
wow.
So
it's so crazy how we, I guess, wish upon a star, but just allow, life to take its course, I guess you should say. What advice would you give a marriage couple, especially with how to give grace and forgive their spouse?
Put God first. That is the number one thing in your life, not only in your life, but in your married life. You have to keep Him a part of your marriage, and that will ultimately help. Sometimes you got to step away. You will need your certain space, like, God, help me right now, because you're doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But, you have to keep God first, and communication. I'm a big communication. You have to talk. Because if not, you don't know what the other person is thinking. You don't know what the other person is feeling. You don't know what's going on. And sometimes they might not want to talk at that time. That's fine. Step away, give them a minute. Ultimately, they'll come back together, come back to you, and want to talk about what's going on.
Yeah.
But you gotta keep God first. That's number one.
And I know you said put God first. How can we help marriage or people who in relationships who don't even have God? Like, what would you tell them?
If you don't have God, but you want to seek Him, just say, God, help me. He's going to do it. You have to take the first step.
Amen.
You have to take the first step. Because if you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs and not asking for help, it's not going to come. Just say, God, help me. He's going to do it. He's going to help you. He's going to bring people in your lives and be able to orchestrate that as well. So, yeah.
Wow. But do you remember that moment when you was like, Lord, I need you right now?
Oh, that's the I still do that.
No, like that first, I need God. Like, because we, when we get older, we, do our thing, but they still took us to church. But it was that moment was like, I need to go take my butt to church. I need to go really build a relationship with God.
Yeah, oh gosh. I think I when I finally stopped going out to the club, stuff like that. So about 25-ish, 26.
Okay.
You get to that point, I'm like, all right, God, just help me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of doing what I'm doing. I'm tired of spinning the wheels, round and round, the same thing. Something got to give. Something got to give.
He was in submission.
I'm like, all right. So it still took a while to get there.
But it was a start, like you said.
It was a start.
You opened that door. God, here's on my heart now. I'm ready.
I'm here. Because sometimes He might do it overnight, and sometimes He might not. He'll still take you like this up and down, whatever else.
I want to meet that person who happens overnight. I'm sorry.
This
day ain't gonna show right overnight for me.
But hey, it was just for some people. That's good.
Because I hear people like, overnight. I'm like, I want to meet them. I want to hear this.
But okay.
What's that talking about? Was it the Israelites going around and around? Yeah, that was for me. It was like, oh, okay, now I get it. Like, my bad, God. I know I'm a little slow. But I say, I thank you for loving me. That's the good thing about it. Want people to understand, like, God is not this big bad person. God is love.
He loves everybody.
Basically.
Fight with what you do. He loves you. He doesn't love your actions, but He loves you. Basically. So, and if you want Him, He's right there. You gotta seek Him when He can be found, because it's gonna come a time in the day.
That's true.
where
You go seek
it's not
everything
gonna be
else,
there.
and you find that
Yeah.
career, you find that, I guess, the bag, you find
Right.
that boo thing.
Whatever else you want, you do all that, but where's God? You leaving him all the way over there.
Yeah.
You know. And then when you're ready for him and you want to look for him, it might be too late. It might be too late.
Yeah.
So do it now. Don't wait.
Do
it. It's too late.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you. I appreciate that because you don't want to wait till it's too late. And we asking you, and thank you for sharing your experiences and stuff. We appreciate that. Viewers, I hope y'all was able to open your ears and listen, because God is forgiveness. He's, like you said, God not mad at you. It's just your actions. He wants you to be better on this earth, because one day we're not going to be on this earth.
He wants you to come to him now. Come to him now.
Seek him.
Yeah, seek him while he can be found.
Basically.
There's going to be a time when you're looking back like, where's God? He said you had all the opportunity in the world right here, but you didn't want to seek me.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Seek God. Start loving on yourself, because that is God. God is within us, and He's building us. He's building us to become better, to build relationships. We should not be fighting each other. We should not be each other. We shouldn't be cursing out each other. It's human nature to get mad, but God said He is with us to teach us how to use self-control, patience, and love, and other things, the fruits of the Spirit. So if you start seeking God, He'll start showing you how to deal with the people, and show them who you are, so you can bring them to God. So thank you for watching, you guys. Please leave a comment, hit like, and also share with someone you feel that needs this information. Bye.